Hello everyone, welcome to Source Setup. My name is Frank, and in this video I want to go over some used items that I've sold on Amazon this past month here from February into towards the end of March. So let's get into it. So this is if you go under reports and then business reports, and then you click on detailed page sales and traffic by parent item. You'll get this, and then you can update the dates over here. You can download it into a spreadsheet. I'm showing you here. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the page. Okay, this is my account, and I am literally giving you an inside look at what I sell. So I do some wholesale, I do some retail arbitrage. Not going to be pointing those out or mentioning those right now in this video. I'm just going to be going for the used things that I get from thrift stores and garage sales and estate sales and etc. that I sell directly onto Amazon. Okay, so let's start here. So I sold 18 of these this past month. It is just a Wii console only. Now we ship these in just in a few layers of bubble. We put it into a poly bag with a warning label, the label, and that's it. And then we make sure they're factory reset and fully tested. So, and it's a really good rank, 2,000 of video games, and we sell these quite often. And when we find them, we test them. And I'm big into video games, so I do come across a lot of these. But as you can see here, and even in good condition, $50 there. So we had $963 in sales this past month, and we sold 18 of them. And to go along with that, we also have sold the official Nintendo Wii sensor, wired as well. These do sell very well, but you're only making a few dollars on each one, right? And we sold 17 of those in this past month. I'm probably not going to be sending those anymore. I'm probably going to be selling the wire bundles, possibly on eBay. I will show you this because this was part of an online arbitrage auction that we got. A bunch of these sold. You do need to be approved. Now, you do need to be approved in beauty for this. You do have to make sure all beauty items are 100% brand new. So I'm going to be going through here regardless of whether you may be approved or not. That's going to be dependent on your account and your history and things like that, and what you have already been approved in. This is either things that you could literally jump into right now, or look for the potential in the future of getting into that and give you a little more motivation to get approved in some of these categories and brands. So we sold 4 Xbox 360s here. Okay, the 20 gigabyte ones. And if we go here and check off the Prime, you can see they are selling pretty well. There's not many in stock right now for the FBA, so that's definitely a good one. And again, we have to fully test it and ship it in. Now with this is not just a replacement console. You can't just ship in the console by itself. It has to be complete with a controller, all of the wires. The only thing it doesn't need is the original packaging. Right, you can put it in your own packaging. We usually just bubble the heck out of it and put it in a big poly bag because it saves money, and because Amazon will box it anyway, because sometimes when you box it, they just slap a label on it and ship it out. And so you really, if you do ship yours in a box, make sure it's ready to ship. They do that a lot. So even if you put something on it saying put it in another box or something like that, they still slap. Or what labels were we putting on it? We put like the do not separate labels. We used to put the ready to ship labels. That wasn't good because they would slap the label on it. Anyway, just trying to save time and money because this is kind of heavy. So if you ship it in protected, usually anything that you ship into Amazon, it has to be able to pass the drop test. So if you drop this from kind of waist height, will it break? And if the answer is no, based on how you packaged it, it really doesn't matter. So we just bubble it really well, put it nice and tight in a poly bag. That is what we do. We used to put it in boxes, but it would cost, we would have to buy the boxes. Let's say $1 a box, and then the packing material as well, and then the extra time. It would literally eat into our profits and our time. And then we started shipping in some of the systems just with Bubble, and we haven't really had any issues. So and Amazon will box that for you. So that's that. Let's see here. We sold 3 of these. So this was at a thrift store, and I found these. I think I showed on my Instagram. I got 3 of these for that were sealed, but we put them like new. Excuse me. We put them like new, and I think I got them for $8.99 each, and they sold for about this price. All 3 of them pretty quickly. Very happy about that. Okay, this is a pretty cool one. We sold 3 of these this month for a total of $84. Probably got these for maybe $2 or $3 each. They were complete. This is a VCR game, a Clue VCR game, and right now it's 200,000 ranked, and that may seem a little high in toys, but it really isn't. We sold 3 this month, and when you're on the one-off kind game on Amazon, you can go much higher in rank because you really just have to sell 1, right? If you get 1, all you have to sell is 1. So you need to know your ranks, not for wholesale or private label, but for the one-off used items or even new items. You can go a lot higher in rank and not have to worry about it. So as you can see here, $24.95 off of a $2 or $3 investment is pretty good. Now you're not making that in profit after fees, but it still is a good $10 to $15. So of course the video games, we sell a lot of these. Some of these games sell for quite a bit more Amazon FBA than they do on eBay, so keep that in mind. You're looking at let's say the first good condition is $28 here, and if we went to Super Smash, where's okay, so video games tend to so disc is mint, $22, new, brand new for $29.99. Let's see what it's selling for new over here. There, $38.88. So there's arbitrage opportunities everywhere, but even in these very popular games, the margins are pretty close. But you can even come in here. Let's say you got this for 15, and then went over here and was able to sell it for 28, and then after fees, let's say you're making 22 or 21 even, you're still making $6 off of that. Some people are good with the margins, and honestly, a game like this where the rank is, I'm assuming, below 1,000, yeah, 266, that's like an instant sale. So that's one thing to keep in mind. In video games, I believe most people are automatically ungated in that from the start, I believe. I'm not 100%. We got Halo Reach here. Even some of these games that don't seem very valuable, like brand new, it's only 24. You see $2.66 here, which doesn't seem like a lot, but then when you check off the Prime, all of a sudden, and maybe you can ignore this cheap one and kind of, because once that sells off, that price won't even exist anymore. It'll be up to $14.99. And once this sells, so depending on the rank, depends on how fast. I can even go and buy this and maybe sell it on let's see what it's selling for on eBay. Maybe not, but because it's Prime. But I could. Let's see. Hold on. Well, anyway, complete, they're selling for this much. Okay, so no one's really trying to sell the game separately because it doesn't really sell for that much. But anyway, there are opportunities in many places, but especially a game like this, where you can take and then turn into selling it for $20 on here. You can go and check out, let's say let's say you bought this, for instance, and this was, you know, $12, and you made your money back from this game, and then you got this for free or something like that. There are many different ways that you can play this and do very well, but your margins are going to be less than 100% most of the time. If you're okay with that, this is actually some really great opportunities to quickly flip some money. All right, let's keep going here. So also, I'd like to show you this. This is a Game Boy Advance game. You do not need the box. You can sell the cartridge only, and you are allowed to do that. So see, cartridge only, cartridge only, cartridge only. Just because people say that cartridge only doesn't mean you can, or whatever they say in the comments, because I used to think you could sell the console only, right? When you were selling like an Xbox or a PlayStation, right? People would put console only. You're not. That's technically you're not allowed to do that. And Amazon never really took that seriously until people would complain. And if someone complains against you, they will take it against your whole account. So be very, very careful with that. But a game like this, you see here, $12.99. Let's see here. So you get about $20 here. So we got $20 for this. The rank is 1800, which is very, very fast. And Super Mario Bros. And GBA. So we can get this for you know, $8, $9. So yeah, some with video games, the market's very efficient. So a lot of these are going to be very closely priced. I'm just showing you this so that you guys get used to looking back and forth. There's a lot of great opportunities and categories that aren't very popular like this. Like this is a huge. There's a lot of people who are very into video games who do this all day and look for opportunities like this because it's fun. And for me, like enjoying the games, it is. And I could see doing this, but and I used to for a little while. But again, it's a very efficient market. It's hard to find deals in other categories, especially ones where people may be gated in, let's say Nike or Lego or certain learning toys or beauty products. There is a lot of opportunity there. So, so here's a PlayStation 2 we sold, and see, no control, no cables. You're not allowed to do that. He just launched. He doesn't know any better. Console only. So because people are doing it, they think they could. You just got to be very careful and don't do that. But if we just skip over these people who aren't complete, you're looking at $71.99 here. So it's definitely a good sale. We sold 2 of these this past month. Let's get into things other than video games. Okay, we got some of those. We sold 2 of those. I'm just going to open up a couple here so we don't go back and forth. We sold 1 of those. We sold that. Board game. I'll even show you a grocery item. This is actually pretty cool. I'll show you a retail arbitrage item. We sold 2 of those, actually 3 of those. Excuse me. So actually I'll show you that right now. So we sold 3 of these. I bought them. I was kind of just testing it out to see if I'm still learning grocery and because the ranking system is very different in each category, and items in that category you don't want to, even if it's, unless it's like a really amazing rank, you do not want to go in heavy. You want to test it out. You want to buy a couple, see if they sell, and then go back and buy the rest, right? And until you really get a good feel for certain items, certain markets, certain categories, you really should not go heavy into anything. That's just a good general rule of thumb. So I did buy a couple of these, I think 3, and they sold. I forgot exactly what I got them for. I think I got them because they were on sale. Probably only made like $2-3 profit on it. But if you stack it with the Costco cash back, the coupon. Not sure if there's anything else you can do at Costco, but I know they don't accept manufacturer's coupons, and I know this is a Kirkland brand, they don't have it for that. But I think at BJ's they do accept manufacturer's coupon, so you can get cash back, manufacturer's coupon, and if things are on sale. So and a lot of those things stack, and there's some really cool sites that help you stack certain things like that, get some great deals, and then have a steady supply of stuff. So this is pretty cool. This is just the controller that we sold, and as you can see here, it's only $14.99 merchant fulfilled, but FBA we sold ours for $39.99. Now you see this one here, this they just listed it. We ended up selling ours up here at $39.99. So yeah, FBA is amazing. They didn't want to pay $14. They paid $39.99 for it. This was a retail arbitrage item as well. I believe I got this for under $10, which is awesome. Maybe a little bit over, but this is pretty cool. Not the fastest seller, right? It's 213,000 in grocery, which is actually very high. Not very high, but it's high. And let me see if I could see here. We sold 2 of them. For a total of $57, and it was profit, you know, and it's good. Now, if you're in your route and you're going to that store anyway, might as well pick up a couple every month, and ship them in. It's not very hard, just especially in these other more obscure places you're shopping, and in the grocery category, you got to make sure you're looking at expiration dates. It cannot go in. I think they changed it. I know it's 90 days. It can't expire. Once it gets to the warehouse, it needs at least 90 days, I believe. So it could have changed, but I'm not 100%. So here's another used board game, 100,000 ranked, and not the best seller. A lot of people are trying to sell this. Price is, you know, you could still make money on it. Let's say you bought it for $1.99 or $1, or if it's sealed, that's awesome. Or sometimes games are opened, but the contents are sealed, so you can check that too. So this is pretty cool. These books I'm sure you've seen all over the place. The Leapfrog, Tag Reader. There's the kids, the like almost the junior ones they're called for like younger kids, and then there's the Leapfrog Tag books. So the ranks are decent in toys, 230,000. Some are higher, some are lower, and as you can see here, you can easily get these either in a bundle or in a box of books, or they're usually no more than $1 or $2, and it's $13 that's selling for. So and there's so many different titles of those. Here's a Nintendo DS you could sell here. This you want to make sure it comes with the charger, but again, merchant fulfilled $36.99 plus $3.99 shipping, or FBA $44.99. Not the most impressive jump. Some jumps are a lot more impressive than others, kind of like that Atari controller. The things that have less supply, the FBA, you can ask more depending on the desirability of the item. And I'll just go through a couple more here. I'm not sure what that is. Textbook. So guys, it's nothing crazy. It's just books, games, toys, a couple grocery items mixed in here. Let's actually why don't we do this? Why don't we go to some of the higher priced items. Let's see what we sold that was very expensive. $196. Oh, those are PlayStation 3s. Okay, we got $57. That's another, we sold 2 of those. Okay, let's go to the single item, high number, $47. That's a textbook. $61, another textbook. $39.99, that's another textbook. $47, another textbook. $49.99. Let's see what this is. This is a book. $49.99. Another book. This was a book as well. So a lot of books you can get some good prices for. $39.81. Textbook, $32.99. Okay, let's see here. This is a believe this 3-book. Okay, so a lot of these book sets, this isn't not the best picture, but you know how they come in the big sleeve with like 3 books or something. I'm trying to visualize how this has it, but I can't. So anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. The books in the sleeve, it's like a book set. Those, always scan those. Some of those are worth good money. It's probably like 50-50. 50% of them are worth buying and shipping in. Some are worth a lot of money. So keep an eye out for those. That was one that sold for $32.99. A couple Indiana Jones books. Another textbook here, $69.92. This is all this month, guys. Big Book of Bible Difficulties, $25.72, and you can see scattered in here $9.99, $5.97, $6.48, you know, $8. A lot of this stuff adds up. When you buy things in bulk, it's very easy to list and ship them into Amazon. It's not like where on eBay where you got to focus on your time so much more because it takes more time to list, more time to pack and ship, right? And then customer service you got to deal with. You're not dealing with that on Amazon. So if you could ship something in and make a couple dollars or $1 or $2, it's worth it rather than donating it because it's literally that easy. So, and you guys know what I mean, those who do that. Encyclopedia Walt Disney, $20. Here's I believe this might be a book too. Yeah. Okay, it's a book. $133.98. Pioneers of Soviet Architecture. That was a nice book we sold. Portraits of History, $53.97. Nice book. Marine Engineering Workbook, $99.99. So guys, get on your books. There's some good stuff. We have Dark Prince, let's see, and then Dual Language Development. So a lot of the higher price stuff is books. It's making me want to just do more and more books. Jeez, a lot of these lower priced items are books as well. When we rock and roll. Okay, that is that's a CD. Okay, so let's see here. This was a CD that sold for $29.33. So CDs sell as well. Here's another CD that sold for $16.98. So we sell a lot of CDs and media as well. Video game, $39.99. We have Scrabble Deluxe Turntable, $69.98 that it sold for. Now a lot of these, there's so many different Scrabble Deluxe Turntable, or just Scrabble Deluxe, let's say. There's a lot of different versions. The Scrabble Deluxe, Scrabble Deluxe. Here's one. Here's an older one. Here's one. Here's one. How do you know which one you have, right? There's that one. You got to make sure that it matches up. Some of these older ones, like this one here, does not have a barcode, but you can look up the year, 1977. They only made one Scrabble, 1977. So as long as the box looks the same, which I'd be careful of, you can come in here and see that this is $305,000 in toys, which isn't that bad. And as long as there's not too many offers, look at this. This is pretty crazy. You can even do some arbitrage here, buy these up, and then they have to spend that much. You can really crank up the price here. So some pretty cool stuff. Lucky Ducks, $116. Okay, here's another. Sorry, let me just come back here. This is pretty cool too. So we sold this VCR here. I found that Savers for like $4.99. Tested it, worked. This you have to make sure it comes with the controller and all the appropriate cables. So AV cables and a controller. You have to, it has to come with. Doesn't have to come with the packaging. Didn't have the packaging, but again, Prime here, $138.99. We ended up selling ours for $116.98. Not bad, and that sold pretty quick. Let's look at the rank over here. Uh, 22 in VCRs, which VCRs probably not the most popular category, but you could do a search on camel and see the price history and how often that sells. So we got a cool board game here. So for $46.95, Harry Potter board games. I think I mentioned a couple of my videos. They do very well. Most of them, you got to look it up. PS2 Slim here we sold for $66.94. And a lot in between. $41.99 Medieval Total War Battle Collection. This is actually a PC game. Oh, let me show you this too. So here's a PC game. Don't neglect those, but also some or most all new PS. Let me not give ultimatums. Okay, most PC games have codes that you need. More recent ones have a one-time use code. Right? Once somebody uses it, you can't resell it to somebody else. It's just software that they can download online anyway. But you need a code. You got to buy the code to activate the game. Games that came out a couple years ago, you have a code that you need to install it that came with the purchase, but you can use it as many times as you want. You just need that code to kind of unlock that particular software. And then even earlier than that, you didn't need a code to install it. So the way you tell is if you go into the used, discs are in near mint condition, includes black insert with keys and manual. Okay, so just by looking at this, I know this I don't remember if this came with a code or not, but just by looking through the used listings and reading them, it's saying, you know, if they say it comes with the codes, then you got to make sure your copy has those codes. See here, it says just CDs. He doesn't have the codes or keys. Nobody's gonna buy that, and they're not doing the right thing there. That's not okay. It's not okay to sell this without the codes that you need to install it. And at the end of the day, you're just gonna cause problems. You know, cause a return and possible problems for your account. So you can sell a GameCube memory card by itself. We put it in a little plastic sleeve and just put barely big enough to put the label on and ship it in. And these things are selling for pretty good money, you know. And it's just kind of like gravy, because a lot of times you'll get these in systems or in lots that they're basically just extras. So you can take those and part them out. And it's really easy to part stuff out when there's listings for it on Amazon. Another Nintendo DS here. We got a video game, Xbox 360, the godfather of the game, $49.99 that sold for. Risk in a wooden box sold for $39.97. We have here a Nintendo DS game. I believe this was even the cartridge only. You do not need the case for it. You just got to mention it, and you can't go above good, I think, or you might even have to put acceptable. I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not gonna go further, but $29.99. Disney DVD Bingo, $29.96. Okay. EA Strategy Collection. This is pretty cool. This was a PC game as well. So for $86.73. Not bad. Another PC game, Age of Empires Collector's Edition, $39.99. Guitar. Okay, let me show you one of these. These are a little more annoying, and the fees are pretty high. But when you get them for the right price, like this guitar, you'll see them for $1.99 or $2.99. You do have to be tested. Some work, some don't. You got to make sure they work. But when they do, if the wired ones, you don't need a, you don't need a receiver or a dongle for. But the wireless ones, you got to make sure it has the appropriate attachments you need for it to work. Once it's tested, you can see here, rank is pretty strong. 5,000 in video games is good. And we literally just roll it in bubble and pop it in a box with everything else. $44.99. It's crazy, but it sells. It sells. And these are what, $1, $2.99, $3.99 at the most. But the fees again are almost half. Sometimes they're half of that selling price. So Alright, let's see here. See if there's anything else interesting, and we'll kind of finish up here soon. This here, so this is kind of like a funky little toy that may seem like it's cheap and not worth a lot. It's currently unavailable. You can basically name your price. The rank's 448,000. We sold ours. We maybe could have got more for it, but we sold ours for $40.39. And this thing here, just this tag pen. And again, you need to make sure it comes with all the appropriate attachments. You can read up here and see what it comes with, or figure it out. But it's a little higher ranked now. There's only 3 for sale, and it's reason why it's high ranked is because it's not selling. It's a little overpriced, right? I think we sell ours for $43.99. Now it's up to 70 something, almost double. It's not going to sell for that. The market will let you know what the highest price you can get for it if it doesn't sell. So, and it's tricky with these used items that only have a couple for sale. You really got to do your research and figure out what the price that it actually will sell for. All right, I think I'm gonna stop here. I mean, I could just keep going. Let's do one more high-priced item. Wacky Favorites disc one, $50.49. This was a CD, audio CD, and it was ranked 212,000, which is actually high in CDs, and we sold it for 50 bucks. So CDs are good, books are good, textbooks, games, video games, VCRs. I hope you guys learned a lot. I hope this was informational for you. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and if you really enjoyed this, please hit that like button. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next time.